welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
You know that feeling when you're just dragging?
Yeah.
That mid-afternoon slump hits like a ton of bricks, maybe? Or you simply can't seem to shake off a general sense of, well, low energy.
Oh, yeah. Super common.
It really is. And today we're tackling it head on. We've got some really insightful material that breaks down natural ways to sort of supercharge your energy levels and leave that fatigue behind, hopefully for good.
That's right. And what's fascinating, I think, about this topic is that our sources really point to the underlying mechanisms that govern our energy. It's not just about feeling tired, it's about understanding the why.
Exactly.
And then offering you concrete, natural strategies, not just like quick fixes to feel genuinely more energized. Our mission today really is to extract those actionable nuggets you can use right away from the info we've gathered.
Great. Let's dive right in then. The first crucial piece, according to our sources, is understanding why these energy dips happen in the first place. It's almost like troubleshooting, right? You need to know the cause before you can fix it.
Exactly. And it turns out there are some pretty consistent factors at play. It's more nuanced than just saying, oh, I'm tired.
Right.
The material highlights 5 common culprits for low energy. The first one, and maybe the most obvious, is poor sleep quality. It's interesting because it's not just about the number of hours you clock in.
Right. You could technically be in bed for, say, 8 hours, but if you're constantly waking up or your sleep cycles are all messed up, you're just not getting that deep restorative sleep your body and brain desperately need.
Yeah.
It's like trying to run a marathon on, short, broken bursts of rest.
Yeah.
You're never going to hit your peak. So, what are maybe some surprising signs that someone might be getting enough hours but the quality is poor?
That's a great question. So beyond just feeling tired, you might have trouble concentrating, maybe feel more irritable than usual, or even notice you're getting sick more often, like a weakened immune system. Your body's internal clock, the circadian rhythm, that regulates the sleep-wake cycles. It can get totally thrown off by inconsistent sleep times, light exposure late at night, even stress.
That makes a lot of sense. It's not just duration, but quality and consistency.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, another seemingly straightforward but really critical factor our source mentions is dehydration.
Yes. And it's remarkable how often this gets overlooked as a cause of fatigue. Even mild dehydration, like losing just a small percentage of your body's fluid, can really impact your energy levels significantly.
Wow.
Think of it like this. Water is essential for, pretty much everything, right?
Right.
Transporting nutrients, getting rid of waste. When you're dehydrated, those processes just slow down, they become less efficient, and that leads to that sluggish feeling.
It's so easy to underestimate, especially when you're busy. Maybe instead of grabbing caffeine when that afternoon slump hits, we should all just pause and think, have I actually had enough water today? What are some subtle signs of dehydration we should watch out for, beyond just feeling thirsty? Because sometimes you don't even feel thirsty, right?
That's true. Often people might get headaches, feel a bit dizzy, or just have a general feeling of being off. Your urine might be darker than usual, and you might notice you're not going to the bathroom as often. All signals your body needs fluids.
Good to know.
And the source also touches on the importance of key nutrients.
Okay, so this is where vitamins and minerals come in, like iron, B vitamins, magnesium, that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Like our bodies need specific ingredients to make energy effectively, like down at the cellular level.
Yeah.
If we're missing these key components, it's like a car trying to run without enough gas, or maybe with like faulty spark plugs.
Precisely. Yeah. For example, the B vitamins, they play a huge role in the Krebs cycle. That's a key metabolic pathway that generates energy from food. Iron is essential for carrying oxygen in your blood.
Right.
And without enough iron, your tissues just don't get the oxygen they need to work properly. Magnesium is involved in literally hundreds of biochemical reactions, including the ones that produce energy. So yeah, a deficiency in any of these definitely can lead to fatigue.
That's really insightful. It's not just about calories. It's about having the right micronutrients to actually make the energy. Okay, shifting gears a bit. Our source also highlights the impact of stress and mental fatigue. And wow, in today's world, I think everyone can relate to this one.
Oh, absolutely. The constant mental juggling, the notifications pinging all the time, the pressure, it all takes a huge toll on our energy reserves. chronic stress leads to the sustained release of hormones like cortisol.
Right, cortisol.
Yeah, and while cortisol is useful for short-term stress, being exposed to it constantly can actually deplete our energy stores and mess up our sleep-wake cycles. It creates this vicious cycle of fatigue.
It's like our brains are constantly running on high alert, and eventually they just get burnt out. Beyond just feeling emotionally drained, how else might chronic stress show up and sap our energy?
Well, you might notice physical things too, like increased muscle tension, maybe digestive issues, difficulty concentrating, even changes in your appetite.
Yeah.
Physiologically, that constant on state keeps your body from fully relaxing and recovering. And that just adds to feeling run down.
Makes sense.
And finally, the last of the 5 common causes the source points to is something that might seem a bit counterintuitive: a sedentary lifestyle.
It's funny, isn't it? You'd think resting more would make you feel less tired, but yeah, often the opposite is true. It's like that saying, motion creates emotion, or maybe motion creates energy.
Exactly. When we're physically inactive, our circulation slows down and our bodies actually become less efficient at using energy. Regular physical activity, even just moderate amounts, actually boosts energy levels. It improves your heart and lung function, making them better at delivering oxygen and nutrients. Plus, it helps regulate mood and can even improve sleep quality.
It's like priming the pump.
Yeah, think of it as priming your body to have more energy, even though you're using some in the short term.
Okay, so understanding these 5 key areas: sleep quality, hydration, nutrition, stress, and physical activity, that really lays the foundation for tackling low energy. So now let's move on to the solutions. Our source gives some excellent natural strategies for achieving sustained energy.
Yes, these are the proactive steps, the things you can build into your daily routine. The first one, building on what we just talked about, is improving your sleep routine. And again, it's not just about hitting a certain number of hours. Consistency is really key.
Right. That advice about trying to keep a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends, that feels so important for regulating that internal body clock, the circadian rhythm.
It really is.
It's like setting a regular appointment with sleep. Your body learns the routine and rewards you by being more alert during the day.
And what's fascinating is how even small variations in your sleep schedule can disrupt that rhythm. It leads to that groggy feeling, almost like a mini jet lag, you know? The source also really emphasizes creating a relaxing bedtime routine, and crucially, avoiding screens, those energy-sapping blue light devices, for at least an hour before you plan to sleep.
Oh, the blue light battle. It's tough, but that light really does interfere with melatonin production, right?
Yeah.
The hormone that tells our body it's time to wind down.
Exactly. You're sending mixed signals to your brain, so dimming the lights, putting away the phone or tablet, it can make a real difference.
And what about those relaxation techniques the source mentions, like deep breathing?
Yeah, incorporating things like deep breathing exercises, maybe some gentle stretching, or even just listening to calming music before bed can significantly improve sleep quality. These things help slow your heart rate, quiet your mind, make it easier to drift off and stay asleep.
Makes sense.
The next natural strategy is simple, but, as was said, vital. Stay hydrated. The recommendation is aiming for around 8 glasses of water per day.
8 glasses, it can sound like a lot, but if you spread it out, it's definitely doable. And yeah, like we discussed, even mild dehydration hits your energy hard. What about electrolytes, though? When do those become important?
Good question. The source points out that if you're doing intense exercise or sweating a lot, replenishing electrolytes, those are minerals like sodium, potassium becomes more important because they help regulate fluid balance.
You
can get them from sports drinks, sure, but also naturally from foods like fruits and vegetables.
Good tip.
Okay, moving on, the focus shifts to fueling our bodies with energy-boosting foods.
Right, and this isn't about those quick sugar fixes, the candy bar that gives you a 5-minute high, followed by a massive crash.
Definitely not.
Our source emphasizes the importance of a balanced diet with complex carbohydrates, lean protein, and healthy fats. That's for sustained energy release. So think whole grains, legumes, fish, nuts, avocados, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Complex carbs give you that steady stream of glucose, which is our body's main fuel. Protein helps you feel full and repairs muscle. And healthy fats are crucial for hormones and brain function.
Yeah.
The source even gives specific examples like bananas, good source of potassium, and natural sugars, nuts for healthy fats and protein, and yogurt, which offers a nice combo of protein and carbs.
Useful examples. Now let's talk about managing stress.
The perpetual challenge.
Right. Easier said than done sometimes, but so crucial for energy. The source highlights practices like meditation and deep breathing. Even just a few minutes of focused breathing can really help calm the nervous system, reduce that feeling of stress and overwhelm.
And what's interesting is the immediate physiological impact these techniques can have. They can actually lower your heart rate, reduce blood pressure, and shift your body out of that stressed fight or flight mode into a more relaxed state, which conserves energy.
Wow.
The source also suggests taking short breaks during work, just to mentally reset.
Those little breaks can be surprisingly powerful, can't they? Just stepping away, even for 5 minutes, maybe stretch, do something totally different. It can stop that mental fatigue setting in and help you stay focused.
Definitely. Okay, the fifth natural strategy, move your body.
Back to movement. As we discussed with the causes, being sedentary is just draining. The source explains that regular exercise, even moderate activity, increases energy by improving circulation, getting more oxygen and nutrients to your cells.
And it doesn't have to be like an intense hour-long workout every single day. The source wisely points out that even short bursts, like a brisk 10-minute walk, can make a noticeable difference in fighting fatigue.
Yeah, finding something you enjoy is key, right? So you stick with it.
Absolutely. Finally, the last natural strategy is getting sunlight and fresh air.
Ah, yes. So vital for regulating those sleep-wake cycles and boosting mood. Sunlight helps set our circadian rhythm, telling our brain when it's day and night.
And it also helps increase serotonin levels, which can improve energy and just your general sense of well-being. Aiming for at least, say, 15 minutes of outdoor exposure daily is a great goal.
And it's not just the sunlight. Fresh air itself can be incredibly invigorating. Spending time outdoors can clear your head, reduce that feeling of stuffiness.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel more alert and alive, really.
Totally.
So these are all really actionable, natural ways to build up sustained energy.
They are. And it's important to remember, you don't need to overhaul everything overnight. Just start small. Choose one or two things that resonate, maybe seem easiest to start with, and gradually incorporate them. Even small, consistent changes add up over time.
Good point. Okay, so we've covered the long-term strategies for sustained energy. But what about those moments when you just need a quick pick-me-up? Like right now, that immediate jolt to get through a slump. Our source also offers some interesting, quick energy recharge tactics.
Yes, these are your go-to hacks for an immediate boost. The first one is surprisingly simple, but apparently effective. Splashing cold water on your face.
Huh? I can totally see that working. That sudden cold shock. It's definitely invigorating. Wakes up your senses.
Exactly. It stimulates your nervous system, can increase blood flow to your face and brain, leads to that feeling of instant alertness. The next quick hack is something a lot of us probably do anyway, listening to upbeat music.
Ah, the power of a good beat. Music can instantly shift your mood and energy levels, can't it? A fast, positive song can be incredibly uplifting. Shake off that tired feeling. It's like an auditory shot of espresso.
Totally. There's a strong link between music and our emotional and physiological states. Upbeat music can release endorphins, increase motivation, alertness. The third quick energy hack the source mentions is trying aromatherapy with peppermint or citrus essential oils.
Oh, interesting. I know certain smells can have a powerful effect. Peppermint and citrus, yeah, they're often associated with being energizing and refreshing. How does that work exactly?
So these scents stimulate the olfactory system, which is directly linked to the parts of the brain controlling mood and alertness. A quick sniff of peppermint or citrus oil can give you a temporary boost in focus and energy. Worth a try.
I'll have to get some for my desk.
And finally, the last quick energy hack is practicing deep breathing, but with a specific rhythm. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds. Box breathing, basically.
Right, that controlled breathing. We talked about deep breathing for relaxation before sleep, but doing it in this focused way during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that would increase oxygen to the brain, reduce stress and fatigue right in the moment. It's like a mini meditation you can do anywhere.
Absolutely. This 4-4-4 pattern is simple but effective. Quickly calms your nervous system, reduces tension, increases mental clarity, which feels like more energy and focus. So yeah, these quick hacks are great tools for your back pocket when you need that immediate lift.
Okay, so bringing it all together, it's really clear there are loads of natural, actionable strategies we can use to take charge of our energy levels. From understanding the root causes of fatigue, like we discussed, to building those daily habits and having some quick go-to tactics, there's actually a lot within our control.
That's the really empowering message here, I think. By focusing on those fundamentals, sleep, hydration, nutrition, stress management, movement, you build a really solid foundation for sustained energy. And then those quick hacks offer that immediate relief when you really need it. It's about creating a whole approach to feeling your best.
This has been a really insightful deep dive into natural energy boosters. It's genuinely encouraging to know there are so many practical steps we can all take.
It is, and it just underscores how interconnected everything is, right? Our physical health, mental state, even our environment, it all influences our energy. Paying attention to these basic things can have a huge impact on our overall well-being.
So for you, the listener, as you go about your day, maybe take a moment to consider your own habits. Which of these natural energy boosters could you realistically weave into your routine? Not just for a quick fix, but for a lasting improvement in how you feel. Perhaps identify one, maybe two areas where you see the most potential for a positive change and just start there. What small step could you take today that might lead to a more energized tomorrow?